Met een broedplaats bedoelen we een plek waar jongeren die bij een bepaalde jeugdcultuur willen horen bij elkaar komen. Zij komen op deze plaatsen omdat zij daar hun eigen culturele uitingen vrijelijk kunnen beleven. Broedplaatsen zijn voor veel mensen een beetje griezelig. Broedplaatsen hebben namelijk de eigenschap om lawaaiig te zijn. De jongeren die op deze plaatsen komen, zoeken namelijk op diverse manieren de grenzen van hun vrijheid. Om deze reden is het moeilijk om een broedplaats een lange tijd in stand te houden. Autoriteiten of projectontwikkelaars zien al snel redenen om deze plaatsen te ontmantelen.
Mijn naam is Jan Maarten Buursema. Ik ben betrokken bij de huishoudschool bij vereniging Luxus, die ook weer de rechtspersoon is achter de huishoudschool voor een deel. Ja, platform Haagse Broedplaatsen bestaat sinds 2000. Dat was in reactie op een situatie waarin in Amsterdam en Den Haag een groot aantal panden waar culturele diensten gebeurden gesloten werden. Men zag toch in dat het van belang is om broedplaatsen te hebben.
Creativity is capital that requires innovation. And I use the word capital broadly, so it's obviously economic, but it's also symbolic capital. So that's where starving artists are also generating capital.
It's basically the ability to dream up new things, new approaches, new ways of thinking about things, and then to turn them into something useful.
Imagining the world differently, or imagining the things you're doing, the processes you're using, but also the objects you look at in a different way, and trying to do, in the simplest sense, kind of new things. And sometimes you're doing new things with, you're just recombining. Sometimes it's just about recombination rather than, radical innovation.
Increasingly, cities are switched onto this issue. We work not just in the UK, we work in China, we work in some European countries, and everyone's switching on to the idea that the cities of the future have to have an economy that's based on creativity and knowledge. They can't have an economy anymore that's based on manufacturing. They can't have an economy that's based on some of the old businesses. It's got to be based on the ability to be creative.
The best thing that you can do is really support the social milieu and the density that's important. And so you can do things like zone for artists living, where there are galleries. So you actually create the communities where they do their business and live and hang out. And so you can kind of create it artificially. It's never really been done. I mean, artist residencies have been done, but the idea of really incorporating it into a city and into the social milieu where they work and do business hasn't been done, but that might be a way to really make it happen.
What I would say is that the ways in which the creative people interact with each other and with their customers and marketplaces is various, and it's getting more various. And I think I wouldn't want to locate the debate about this on how do we support artists to all be in the same place. I wouldn't worry too much about artists and creative people. They're very good at looking after themselves. I'd just be saying, how can we create the sorts of environments across our city which is conducive to this kind of thing, keeping in mind the fact that particularly younger generations are getting their head around these new communications technologies and using them in incredible, new, interesting ways. And it might be that all being in the same expensive place in the city is going to be less important, which is good.